Hey, it's Bobbie Goheen. Nice to see you again. I'm glad you're taking a moment to kind of get a quick tip for your day. And today's question is really interesting. Somebody asked me, what are you going to do when an employee makes an honest mistake, but it really borders on a fireable offense? How can you best determine the right next steps? And that's a difficult question because I don't have enough information. But that said, the fact that if it's a fireable offense means that somehow it's breached company policy. So there's three things that I always let managers know when they've come across a situation where an employee has crossed a line. So one, does it cross the line of the values? So that's an important aspect, is to really understand what the company values are and how this mistake has impacted those values. Now, if you don't have company values, I highly recommend that you develop them. Some people think they're kind of, fluffy things to have in a company. I find them that they are great guideposts for managers and employees as they make decisions. So if you haven't done it, I recommend that you do it. So that's the first one, is check into how this mistake impacts your company values. Number two, I would really work with your HR leader to find out how it impacts the company in terms of, is this a legal situation? Is this really a breach of policy? There are certain issues that really cannot exist inside a company. It could put the company at risk. So if you don't have an HR provider, I highly recommend that you speak to an HR consultant or your company lawyer, just to use it as a sounding board. And while it's an honest mistake, they didn't know any better, it's still important to get that, to really use the resources you have around you. So the company values, and really leaning into your HR team to identify what is the impact on the organization, the customers, the company, and the workforce. So when employees really breach something that could be a fireable offense, it means that they've crossed a line on either a legal policy or a value impact. And both of those are important. They're sticky, they're not easy. So it's always important to know that you can't just go on your best sense. You really have to get the experts in here. And I also said if you don't have values, to write them. And if you haven't taken the time to write your values, I highly recommend that you do. We have a great training program on that. So I hope that you tap into our learning website as well, which has amazing programs that really help develop managers and leaders in your company in a way that allows you to navigate these situations with a little more clarity and good focus for everybody involved. All right, thanks so much. Not an easy question, not a clear answer, but when we're in our charted waters, I really lean into who are the other experts that we need to tap into. All right, thanks. Bobbie Goheen.